Well, hey, good evening to everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. I am sorry that the opening credits music was full of chop. I forgot I left the background noise filter on. So, if you want to know what the opening music sounds like properly, you can watch the beginning of another video. But anyway, don't do that now. Don't do that now. We got stuff to do tonight. How are you, everybody? I'm glad you're here, and the person that you're seeing who is glad you're here is me, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you from a previously undisclosed location somewhere in the swamps of Central Florida. Derek Mann, Lord Misfit, Nordic Maelstrom, Damien X247, Rabbit Wrangler, north of the Rockies with a missile launch there. Some David Bowie going on in the chat. That's always good. Dave Synth, bring in the Peter Schilling. He's coming at it from the side. And that goes back to what I always say. I have the smartest audience of 5-night-a-week classic tabletop role-playing game live stream enthusiasts anywhere on YouTube. I will stand by that. I will say that they are the smartest and probably smarter than Christopher Sackle, Jimmy Invictus, Jack Neller, excuse me. Hello. But anyway, Nordic been out cutting grass. Get that grip, man. It's good to see you. And hello to all of our viewers who are also watching over on Twitter. If you're just popping by over on Twitter, please say hi. But regardless of where you are, how you are watching, what you are doing, please, just, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, because guess what? We do all kinds of fun stuff here on this channel, like, for example, tonight, playing First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for your entertainment. I'm pretty darn happy that we're able to bring you that. So you might be wondering, if you're new to this thing, to this jam that we do, what do you mean you play First Edition AD&D? You just kind of, I just sit back and passively watch you play. No. Folks, I'm going to be honest here. We don't have script reads. We don't have seasons. We don't have character arcs. We don't have writing discussion tables about what's going to happen in each upcoming game. This is First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons as it was meant to be played. 5 minutes from start, they could all be rolling up new characters, and we're doing something else because TPK. We have had near TPKs. We had a TPR, total TPSR, total party survivor retirement, that led to this current group we've got. But yeah, they could be wiped out. It could happen. The dice will tell us. If I'm being completely honest with you, the dice are what's going to tell us. But if you're out there and you're watching and you haven't played AD&D before or in a long time, and you have questions about what we do and why we do it and how we do it, I want you to ask in the live chat, okay? That is my permission to you. I want you to ask. If I don't answer your question, one of the players might. If they don't, one of our audience might. See previous statement about having the best looking and smartest audience and players. So, I don't want you to feel like this is some, I could just be watching TV. I could be watching with a horrible laugh track. If I was watching this plus, it was on Big Bang Theory or something like that. No. You're wrong. This is First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And hello to you. Welcome. That is right, Nordic. The dice don't lie. They tell all the tales. But anyway, There's still TV. Dave Mills. Yes, I think there still is television. But anyhow, I don't really watch it myself. But anyhow, this is what we do. And we have other things like tomorrow night. I will be here with my beautiful co-host. I believe. I don't believe he's beautiful. I think he is beautiful. Kyle Schuant. But, you know, his schedule, it's because it's the middle of the day for him down there, like the middle of the morning down in Australia. So we'll see. We'll see what Kyle's availability is, and hopefully he can be here. Thursday night, I've got a guest. The one and only Yang Yan Zhao will be here. I am excited about that because it's not just going to be Yang and I hanging out because, you know, he games with us. I do Nerd Council of Doom with him. No. Yang's got a project. He's got something cool. He's going to share it with us. We're going to talk about the genesis of it, the writing, the art, his design approach, everything. We're going to pick his brain. And he's bald, so it's much easier to get to. And then on Friday night, we're going to play First Edition Gamma World. Just like we do D&D, little less of a visual component other than our own smiling, handsome, and beautiful faces where those who play choose to share them. We're going to be doing that. So that's the week through. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm not doing anything. I got an appointment with ESPN to watch some college football on Saturday night. So I won't be doing this. And then Monday, we start the whole thing over. Now, I do want to mention something because I know like this has been an ongoing saga and not in a good way. But guys, Damen and Herren, ladies and gentlemen, messieurs et mademoiselles, I got it. I got the dragon. But we're going to look at this on Monday when we do Monday Miniature Madness. So tune in on Monday to see what I think of the 50th anniversary classic D&D art turned into miniature dragon from WizKids. So you're definitely going to want to jump in for that. So one thing I can tell you, just to by way of bit of announcement, our dear friend Tim Imholt could not make it again tonight, so he will hopefully be joining us next week. We're waiting on one more person to hop in to our live streams. We'll be getting going here. I'm just checking. Don't want to have missed anyone. But let's see. Checking. And there we go. It looks like everybody's hanging out in the green room. Hey, not too much Hennessy, guys. Help yourself to the pistachios, but save that for the after show, okay? All right. So with all that said, with all that preamble ramble been said and done, everybody, I'm going to put these headphones on right here, and we are going to welcome some of the baddest assed first edition AD&D live stream players on YouTube who play Tuesday night you're ever going to want to meet. So let's give it up, depending on morale checks, for the Doomsword Deathmaster as Durek Donegard. It is, of all the Kevins I know, this is definitely one of them. It is Kevin as Marius Easel.
I'm actually more than one of them.
You're more than one of them. Wow, that is astounding. We have Mark is wearing a different hat and a different shirt tonight because Grimsby is still dead. So everybody please welcome Mark as Grimsby or Duran.
Or Snake. Who knows?
Or Snake.
I'll roll some dice and we'll decide what I'm playing tonight.
Duran Snake or Snake Duran or...
Yeah.
And of course, this guy right here is an awesome dude. Everybody say hello to D and Disability playing Circumference. He's a tough foe to try and get around.
Hi-yo.
And I just want to point out real quick before we get to our last player joining us this evening, D and Disability has a fantastic YouTube channel. If you're watching this, pop open another tab, click subscribe if you haven't already, and then come back over here and watch us play D&D because he has great content you should watch.
Thanks, Bill. My logo is actually Franklin.
Oh, that's cool.
For those of you that are here, you now know the goblin has a name. It's Franklin.
That's Franklin the Goblin. Who could argue with that? And our newest player, we are still hazing him, so you'll have to pardon the bruises on his forehead. Anyway, everybody say hello to Graph Paper Architect as Lady Morwen Elasar. GPA, how are you?
Excellent. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna do this since we're looking at your smiling face and our magic user is not showing his smiling face and hiding in the back of the party like the weedy coward he is. I will go ahead and move your icon down there if that's okay with you, Kevin.
I've always suggested it every time. So, yes.
I know, and I just wanted to get ahead of it.
Yeah,
all right. So we left in Meteor Rest last week. The party had jumped into the lion's den, as it were, squaring off against a couple of drunk orcs that just refused to go down. So right now, let's hop over to, let's see, I think table cam is a good point of view. There we go. So let me point things out here. And for our new audience members, I just want to point out, we're not a grid and square kind of group here where it's like, move exactly 3 spaces, turn 90. It's not Space Hulk, okay? All right. This is a good visual treat for viewers of the show. And I hope you enjoy it to everyone watching. So what's going on right now in this room is that the party has broken in, and there's a pair of drunk orcs squaring off against the party that has currently burst in the room. Out in the hall, you have Duran and you have Marius just kind of listening to the fracas and keeping an eye peeled. So we have a new round, and we're going to start at the top for declarations. Dooms, what is Durek going to do?
Put that guy down for sure.
Alrighty, and GPA, how about Lady Morwen?
Absolutely attempting another stab to the throat.
Okay, and as Duran is outside the room and kind of passive right now, I will ask you, Mark, what is Snake doing first? You're muted.
Mute button is my nemesis. So Snake's in the room. Snake will go after one of these drunken orcs.
Okay. Let's see. Thank Kyle. How about Circumference? You are also in the room, right in the doorway. I'm not sure if you can see that there.
I will continue to crump to their knees.
All right. So crumping. Yes, you're wrong. We are. Sorry. There's someone in the audience with a handle. You're wrong. I'm not telling anyone they're wrong. To the user, you're wrong. Yes, we are playing first edition AD&D. That is correct. That's not going to get confusing at all. And finally, last but not least, Kevin, Marius, and his familiar Yancy and Duran are out in the hall. So tell me what Marius is doing, please.
I think these guys can take these two.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep watching around the corner there to see if anybody's coming.
Okay, then. And how about Duran then, Mark, since you're running him?
Hasn't there been a new creature just showed up by us?
I was getting to it.
Yeah, they were coming down the hallway, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Duran will get himself all sized up and ready to hit whatever shows up.
Gird his loins, will you?
Yes.
All
They're
right.
coming along on the fly pay.
All right, so let's see. Let me get over there.
Whenever I hear "gird your loins," I think of The Devil Wears Prada, and the boss lady walks in.
I have actually not seen that one.
Women, guard your loins.
All right, so I'm a little off. Let's see. So that was them, and this is now. All right, there's two. They are fighting, but out in the hall because I do want to tell you guys. All right, so what you see coming down the hall towards you, those out in the hall, these don't look like it's hard to tell. They have gray scaly hides, large bulbous eyes, and clawed padded feet.
So they aren't flumps.
They are not flumps. No, they are not flumps, nor flail snails, nor are they githzerai or sheet phantoms. But they are moving towards you out in the hall. So you folk out in the hall, what are you doing?
Duran is yelling into the room and said, "We got some company," and gets ready to hit something.
All right, and Kevin, how about Marius?
I'm gonna cast sleep. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll find out.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative if we could, and we'll just start at the top of the order. So that is for Doomsword, and that is on a D6, please. Aha, my hot hand begins.
Damn it!
All right, so inside the room, the drunken orcs, realizing that something is still up, they are fighting. This swing is going on Durek. Oh, that will actually hit you. I mean, it is lessened by, the fact that you are a paladin, but that's still a hit. So, Durek, you will take 7 points of damage, and this is against Snake.
And it's worsened against the paladin because he was just hit by a drunk man.
Well. All right. The other fellow still can't quite find his feet. Out in the hall, with distressing lightning speed, these things leap. One at Marius and one at the Padre. So, the one going after Marius. And Marius, your armor class is what, 3?
That's 1.
It's 1. That's right. I knew.
Yep,
I knew.
As long as I'm around Yancey, it's 1.
All right. Yeah. She's like hanging onto your leg as you're jumping out of the way, and she yells,
"Look out, Papa!"
as you dive out of the way. And this one is against Duran. And that is a miss on Duran, as Duran likewise leaps out of the way. All right, so Sleep is a single segment spell that it will go in the 7th segment as you begin casting on my initiative. So, back in the room, let's resolve some melee attacks, and we will start with you, Doomsword. Keep hacking and whacking and smacking. That may hit. Let me see.
Yeah, it's AC 9.
All right, yes,
11,
that
rather.
well, that will miss then. And I think the next person who can combat in the room will be the leg taker and the heartbreaker, Circumference.
Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's see.
I call him the heartbreaker because he will literally rupture someone's heart.
I chose new dice. Okay, so it's 11 plus math. That probably hits. Let me check my chart. That is AC 3.
That is sufficient to hit then,
AC2?
sir.
One of the two. Okay,
Uh,
so then that should be D8 plus 4 because he is not large. Let us see. 8 total.
8 total. Let's see.
Yeah.
And that...
See if
he bellows in pain, but he's actually still up. Lady Morwen.
Damn.
No love for the orcs from Lady Morwen. Let's see an attack over there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right, that will miss. And how about Snake?
Snake. Whoops. Working on it. Let's see. This is a +1. Nope.
All right, so yes, that will miss. Out in the hall, that finishes their attacks out in the hall. Now Duran can attack one with his flail.
Oh, sorry, that's Snake's side. This is Duran's side. 13. I think that hits like an AC 7-ish.
Let's see.
He's level 5, right? As a cleric.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
he's got
I have the
both
fighter.
points.
I have the fighter table, not the cleric table.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I have the cleric table right here. AC 13. That is actually sufficient to hit. So,
Fantastic. Are they large?
no, they are person sized.
Okay. I think this is a footman's flail. I think it's a 2 to 7. So I roll this and add +1. 5 points of damage.
Okay. And that. Let's see. My module. There it is. That he is still up. Okay, roll 2d4, please, if you would, there, Marius Easel.
Okay. Let's see these sweet 4s do something good. How about 7?
Wow, that is that should be sufficient. Let me just double check something real quick here.
Yep, I don't hate him today, so it's okay. He hasn't said anything wrong yet. Let me mark it off on my sheet.
All right, so you cast Sleep Ball. Yes, both of them, and well, you know what? I need to see if Yancey is immune to charm and sleep.
Let's see.
They are not, and this is a 30-foot radius spell. The door to the room is open, so Lady Morwen collapses to the floor.
Nice.
The two, so you rolled a total of 7, correct?
7 is my number.
2, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna check here. I can't really. Let's see. Did you get one of the? No, you did not get the half orcs. So Lady Morwen is slept. Otherwise, she's fine. Yancey is slept. Otherwise, she's fine. She's fine. These two creatures are slept. In the new round. In the new round, Dirk, you're going to continue to attack.
Yes.
Lady Morwen, you drop to the floor. Snake is going to attack. Yes.
Yes, Snake will attack.
All right. How about Circumference? Going to continue to take legs.
Well, there's only one foe left in the room, right?
No, there are 2. They are both still up.
Ugh, I feel bad. No, I'm gonna leave him to Snake.
Okay.
And go help my friends in the hallway.
Alrighty. And let's see then. How about Marius?
I'm gonna slap Lady Whirlwind awake.
You're out in the hall, so you'd have to grow
How far
exceptionally long arms.
is she in there?
She rushed in the room. She's a good 8-10 feet deep in the room.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll slap Yancey awake this round.
Okay.
And then
How hard are you going to slap her?
enough to wake her up.
Okay.
I don't want her ire. She is a
All right.
fairy after all.
All right. Well, she's down, so you do 4 times damage. You slap her, she dies. You lose that hit points.
Yeah, I'll lose 3 hit points.
Yeah. You can give her a little shake and bring her back around.
Yep.
All right. So, Duran is going to put pay to these creatures, correct?
Actually, he'll use his rope. Can he use his rope to like tie them up? His magic rope.
Yeah. If you want to do that,
Just in case we want to ask them questions or find out what they are.
okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we are over to graph paper. Wake up! Roll initiative, you ding dong.
Great role playing there.
LARPing at the table. All right, it is initiative tie. So in this round, Circumference, you are turning around and stepping out into the hallway. Marius, you are shaking Yancey awake. Let's see. So that leaves Durek and Snake fighting in the room. So let's get attacks from you guys. All attacks being simultaneous because they too have long swords. 13 will hit. One point of damage will leave him alive. How about Snake then?
That
16 will
hits.
hit. Yeah.
Where's my D8?
Oh, I need my turn. Okay.
6 points of damage.
6
You
points of
distract
damage,
them
and
by
you had done
4.
4 to him in the previous round?
I think so.
Okay.
No, I missed
He
him
is.
last time.
Oh, that's right. But he had. They're still up. They're in really bad shape, but they're still up. So this one, this attack is on Durek. 17, 16. And I don't. Well, wait. Let me see. I'm not going to say that won't hit. 16. Durek's armor class is 3, correct?
No, it's 1.
Oh, it's 1. Okay, then that doesn't hit you. So that misses, and this one's on Snake. And that absolutely... This guy is swinging exactly the same way he did in the previous round, so he's actually still up. Duran orders his rope of... was it entanglement or climbing?
I actually don't remember.
It is climbing.
It is climbing, so... you can have it wind around them, but not. Well, I mean, I guess you could command it to tie off against them.
Use their ankle as an anchor point.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
like that.
Rope. I'm going to climb over to these guys. So do me a favor and tie off. It's all about intent, right? All right. So you have them fairly bound. Inside, Yancey is now awake. And
Did you do that to me, Papa?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Yancey. Sometimes even I don't know my power.
okay. Well, she kind of nods and brushes her clothes off a little bit and looks over at the 2 tied up beings. Ew. Back in the room. I'm guessing we're going to be meleeing back in the room, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's roll initiative then. And Mark, roll initiative for this side.
Okay. 4.
Yes.
2. The party goes first. See, I won initiative, then I tied initiative, and now I lost initiative. It just kind of boop. All right. Let's start with Jarek. 13 will definitely hit.
All right, let's see if we can do a little better this time. Not much.
You did.
A little
You did.
better,
You did do
yeah.
better. Death by inches. I think that's like a total of 9 points of damage you've inflicted on him at this point. He's like, just kill me! Ow! And that's
Snake
7.
Yes, Snake and his opponent are just like flap fighting. They're not getting anywhere.
Yeah. You guys flailing at each other. All right. So this one on Durek. Whoops. Not 2d20. We have no advantage here. That, however, will hit. But also only for 2 points of damage. And this one on Snake. That's how insanely durable these guys are. That's a hit on Snake. For 3 points of damage. My boys. My boys. All right. So they're continuing to fight. You still hear the sounds of battle coming from within the room. You step out there, circumference, and you can see these two creatures are asleep and tied up. So you folks out in the hall, are you guys doing anything particular in this round other than standing over these two things?
Well, I'm going to try to run in and wake the miss up if I can, if there's space.
All right, so I mean, yeah, I know the miniatures don't exactly look it, but there is room for you to go in there and shake Lady Morwen awake, kind of give her a slap back and forth. GM, you're right. This battle is becoming a comedy. This is less Conan the Barbarian and more the Princess Bride.
Duran, in Grimsby's honor, will loot the bodies.
Of course. So I will come back to your pickpocketing.
Can I
Let's
get
see.
some kind of idea as to what these things are?
That's an interesting question because
Do I have any clue?
They're unusual because they're from the Monster Manual 2.
well, they're not.
I'm joking. I don't know what they are. I have no idea what the hell they are.
Okay. They have gray and scaly hides that you think could enable them to like hide in shadows exceptionally well. They have clawed padded feet like a cat's, but they have long clawed fingers like a primate. They have smooth heads. They have vaguely well, I mean, they have human or demi-human or humanoid like features. No ears to speak of, just tiny, well, I mean, no large protruding ears, just kind of tiny flaps that cover ear holes, completely bald, just weird looking. You don't know what these are. You have never seen anything like this.
So they're lizard men.
But they're warm to the touch, and lizard men are cold-blooded, so, I mean, they don't really look like lizard men.
Well, okay then.
When
So
they
anyway.
wake, we'll ask them what they are.
Yeah.
While you guys are puzzling that out in the room, I'm guessing everybody's going to be trying to put sword to monster.
Yes.
All right.
I'm putting backhand to face.
All right. Hey, roll initiative for me, if you would, please, there, circumference.
Will do.
I got a 2. Looks like I'm Mighty Casey has struck out. Party goes first. Durek, do your thing. GPA is that will hit. GPA is sleeping because Lady Morwen got hit with the effect of a sleep spell. That drops it. That one of them is now dead.
Snake.
Nine.
I rolled a 10.
10. Okay.
Maybe that hits an AC 6, I think.
Snake rolled better than that because Snake has got a magic sword and a 2-hit strength bonus.
Doesn't have a magic sword.
He doesn't have a magic sword?
No.
I thought you guys got him a magic sword. All right.
No, I have a magic sword, but it's not identified yet.
All right.
Snake has a +1 dagger.
That will not hit the target, and this thing is fighting for its life. It swings at Snake and misses. All right. You guys were searching the sleeping ones out there. Let's see. They each have a couple of daggers which look mundane. They have loincloths on belts, and that's about it. So there's not terribly much to loot off of them other than the daggers.
What are these things?
Okay. All right. Back in the room. One of these things left. Lady Morwen is awake now, so please roll initiative for us, GPA.
Yes, Thor, I am a warrior woman, and why did you wake me? Rage.
All right.
Let's see if that helps.
Now she gets a level on barbarian.
No, we're looking
that
for
didn't help.
We're looking for a D6 on initiative.
Oh, initiative. Never mind. I'm half asleep.
There you go. So that's a 3, and woohoo! I got my mojo back. All right. This thing is lunging at Snake. I don't have my mojo back well enough to hit, so I'm sorry. I just saw a comment from Gonzalo. I'm so glad you didn't super chat that, Gonzalo, because I'd have to put it on the screen, but it's hilarious. All right, counterattacks, everyone. William to DM, what are you curious about our dice? That will miss from
Yes.
Snake.
Snake is not rolling well.
Next would be Derek.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and like shove that table out of the way and attack this guy, provided I'm able.
Yeah, you can step around that table and hack on him.
That misses.
Or not. All right, Lady Morwen, time to show these men the girl boss that you are. Let's see. It is a solid blow, but he does manage to dodge. He is. Let's see. He tried to attack Snake and previously missed. All right. Next verse, same as the first. Anyone out in the hall going back in the room to join in this beating?
I'm going to finish off one of the two sleeping ones.
Okay. Easily
I don't
enough
want
done.
both alive.
Okay.
Duran will give him Foltus's blessing.
Sure.
Okay. This is going to be a running gag. The drunken orc. There will always be a drunken orc somewhere. Oh my gosh.
All right. Roll initiative for us, if you would, please, Dooms. I got to say. And so the orc survived and hacked his way through the entire party.
Exactly.
But he, in fact, misses Snake.
Okay. And Snake hits him.
Snake winds up and clips him, so it's going to be a D8.
2 points of damage.
He's
still alive.
Still alive. He's still alive.
The
All
toughest
right,
half-orc
Dooms.
ever.
That's going to miss him. Lady Morwitz.
All right, here we go. I was having a wonderful Chris Hemsworth dream, and you woke me. I'm raging.
All right, rage against the dying of the light. That will
doing
not work.
nothing. Yes, she's just All
right, and that will miss. That 12 will miss.
Why is this orc
Snake.
named Jackie Chan? Why?
I don't know.
It's a total drunken master situation here.
It is. Oh, holy cow!
It
Oh
really
my
is.
goodness!
Okay. Circumference, you dispatch one. Is Marius doing anything? You're just kind of watching them. Like, the room is being destroyed in detail. Like, the table is smashed because it got flipped over. The beds have been trodden into pieces. Like, all the mugs, the crockery, the small cask that they had, so the floor is awash in ale. It's just slowly being crushed back down into its components.
He'll sing, "That's what Bilbo Babbikins hates."
You know, what's really funny is, and speech is a free action here, we may as well just have him join our team, guys. Like, he's clearly more competent than any of us. That's why he's like sober.
I'm gonna play this orc next. I'll add it to my list.
All right.
It's a drunken orc master Jackie Chan. Oh my god.
Okay. I should point out he looks more half orc than orc, but
Why am
all
I
right.
fuzzy?
New round.
There we go.
Durek, are you going to attack?
Yes.
All right. Lady Morwen, you going to attack?
Yes.
Snake going to attack?
I will attempt to. Yes.
Marius, you doing anything?
No, I'm going to sit there and watch as they destroy this person's home domicile.
Okay. Let's roll initiative, and I think Mark, it is your turn. I got really out of order with initiative on screen, but that's okay. Party goes first. Please, I implore you, hit him a couple of times.
If he doesn't die, can I get in there?
Yes, if he doesn't die, you
you.
can come in. Couple of strikes.
Oh,
there,
there we
you
go.
hit him. You hit him. Thank
He's
you.
only got to have like 2 hit points left.
That he is dropped down. That orc collapses to the floor.
There we go.
Wipe the blood from my blade.
All right, so that is the end of it. Now I do want to pause for just a hot second because someone did say up in the chat, because like I'm trying to answer questions. William the DM, you're curious about the dice too. I'm not sure what
They mean
your-
what program we're using. We're using DDD dice.
Oh yeah. I'll put the URL on screen. Generally speaking, I mean everybody will tell you it was not cromulent the first few weeks we used it. It would have up and down times, and this is not a paid for YouTube's sake. This is not a paid endorsement, okay? But DD Dice, it's right there on the screen, is it's pretty good. It takes a little bit of learning to use the overlay system if you're going to stream with it. But if you're just looking for a good dice tray to use at your virtual tabletop, I think it's pretty good. I haven't
Cheats
noticed.
for the DM. It cheats for the DM.
It cheats for the
Yeah.
DM. Quiet you. Anyway.
It's better than the way he used to cheat for himself.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Mm-hmm.
Is that the sound of some rocks falling, I hear?
I think Bill
Everybody
gets like a
dying?
+1 or +2 for the ads.
Blue bolts from the heavens.
Let me consult the wandering damage table.
Mm-hmm. And
Anyway.
they're all intoxicated, so you can't hit them.
That's right. Okay, so that's when I use the -D option with DD Dice. I just type in the DD Dice URL and then do -D at the end. All right, so
That doesn't sound right.
half orcs are dead. The room is now finally quiet. You have 2 of these creatures tied up outside. One of them has been dispatched by circumference. And then you have the other that is asleep, courtesy of the asleep spell.
Shall we wake it up and ask it questions?
What do you make of this creature? I've never seen one.
Me neither.
It
Maybe we
is
could ask what it is.
atrocious. What is it?
Well, let's slap it awake and see what it says it is.
Oh my goodness. What if it I don't maybe we should just kill it.
Marius, you're in charge of slapping things awake, so go for it.
Okay, I'm going to walk over there and I want to make sure the rope's tied properly. I guess it ties itself, so...
Mhm.
And I'm going to slap it awake. I'm going to look at it in its face.
All right. A sharp slap brings it around. Its big eyes grow even bigger, and it tries to back away from you, and it struggles against its rope and hisses at you.
I say, what are you? Can you not speak? I'll speak in, I don't know, the languages I know. And I'll ask him, what are you?
You get
demands your response.
You get much the same response from it.
Duran will speak louder and slower in common.
Yep.
I want to know if it knows Chaka. Do you know Chaka? No, never mind. That was an old joke for old people.
Yes, it does not. It is not from the land of the lost. It's not a slee stack.
I thought
the way you described it.
About Chaka Khan, and I was trying to think what the reference was.
No. Okay. So it is very clear this thing cannot speak.
Well,
and it is.
Can you draw? Can you? What can you do? How can you communicate?
Do you guys have its hands bound behind its back or in front?
Maybe in front.
Yeah, we won't be able to drag it around if it's behind its back.
Okay.
Why? Just get rid of it.
But then we'll never know what it is.
Why do we need to know?
This is for
Why do we need
science.
to know? Didn't it try to eat you? Just be done with it.
Durek,
terrible.
Is this creature evil?
I was about to ask, Foltus, guide me towards understanding this creature's intent.
All right.
With our luck,
let's
it's
see.
neutral.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral, which is worse than chaotic evil.
Drunken neutral.
Let's see. You know what? Give me just a moment here, and I will let you know. Yes, it is evil.
Well, that answers that then.
Well,
There's a
song
wicked and
told
black
us that.
heart.
So, okay, well, it can't talk. Where did you come from?
And it's evil.
Why do you keep asking?
I'm just going to kill it.
Yeah.
Damn it!
If you were,
All right.
Duran will put a blessing of Foltus on it and let you dispatch it.
Okay. All right. You dispatch it. It is not able to resist you, and it dies with a screech. Is anyone Grimsbying the room?
May as well.
Yeah. We'll start looking for stuff.
Okay. So it does take a little bit because, as I said, you guys did destroy everything, and it is a mess. What you find, one of the two had a pair of brass bracers that look quite nice. I mean, literally, like these would pass as jewelry. You think? He has a 14 gold pieces in a pouch stuffed in his right boot. Another has a gold ring that looks kind of nice, and an ivory-handled dagger, and 18 gold pieces in a bag on his belt.
And, okay. You said those were brass bracers?
Yeah. Just simple, heavy wrist cuffs,
Yeah.
with a little latching pin on them.
Run through
Yeah,
those
it's Wonder
again.
Woman's bracers.
Brass bracers
sure.
and what?
Brass bracers,
Mm-hmm.
14 gold pieces in his boot.
Mm-hmm.
The other has a gold ring and an ivory-handled dagger and 18 gold in a bag.
Okay, so 14 and 18 that's 24.
32.
32.
Yeah. So 32 gold pieces, a
All right.
ring, a dagger, and the bracers.
Okie dokie. Got it.
Let's put it in a bag and let's get going.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so into the bag it goes. And, gentlemen, what is your next move?
Duran asks, anybody need any healing?
No, I'm all right.
I'm fine for the moment. I appreciate you asking, brother.
If no one else needs it, I'll take one, but I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either then.
That is a very Duran response.
Trying to channel.
Well,
Hey,
if you're not
Duran, bend
worried,
over.
I'm
Come
not
here. I'll punch you right in the nose.
worried. Come down here so I can sock you one in the eye.
Literally. There's one alternative, and you'd hate it much more.
All right. So. Oh no, it's 95. All right. So, whither goest thou, adventurers? You have
The direction we're going in?
you have a door on the left just before the corner.
Yeah, we were in the hallway where they had the two doors across from each other, and then down the hallway there was another set of two doors across from each other. Is that right? I think.
No. So what you've got here is, and this may actually work to bring it on to the table cam there. Is that a good view? Sorry, I don't know why I did my voice like that. We have the best views? Our views are fantastic. They're going to be the best. Let's see. It's just an imitation, folks. Please don't cancel me. All right, so you have a door here. You
Yeah.
have a door here.
Okay.
This room you'd already been in.
Yeah.
That was the fellow that you went in and slew and robbed. Sorry, I know that's a little faint. My lovely condenser mic, not pointing at me. But you went into this chamber, killed the individual in there, robbed
Killed
him.
the slaver guy.
Yes, and there is a door here, and then there's the hallway that goes down that way.
Okay.
Let's check the other door.
Yeah, let's go check out the other door then.
Alrighty. Give me just half a tick, everyone, and I will get the camera set up so you can better see that door.
We're
Do
gonna
we
go
want
down
to
the
listen at it,
hallway,
or she'll
see?
just snake just punch it and try to open it?
Yes, snake puncher, door opener. All right. One moment while you guys decide what to do.
Oh,
I think
someone
we're
needs to
opening
open the door. I'm not breaking down the door. One of you gentlemen can break down the door.
Fine. Oh, sorry. Snake's on this side. Fine.
I'll be happy to try the door. I'll try it and try to open it normally, like a normal person.
Why?
Yes, no sense in listening or being otherwise quiet. We've caused all sorts of commotion already.
Indeed. Here, here.
We certainly don't need any more of those, whatever those are. That hissing thing. It's terrible.
They,
They
those
felt
things may
like
have come
bags
from
of
that.
wheat.
Those things may have come down from the corridor that we haven't looked at yet. Maybe who's ever in back should keep an eye out that way.
Mm. Well, I was having a lovely dream, but I don't think I want to fall asleep
Let's see
during
if that works.
combat
Here. Let's go
again.
to the tripod cam.
Mm.
That's not a bad view.
Yeah.
It's not a bad view at all. So once again, we are using the Durick miniature to indicate the door. Who is attempting to open the door, please?
Snake and fails.
Snake and fails. Anyone else?
Sure. Nope. And I'll roll one more just for the sake of it. Yes.
Okay, so you open the door.
You know, if I have to start opening doors, in the name of Faltus, I will do so.
You are certainly entitled to try.
Okay.
I open doors on a 1, but
As
I'll
I
probably
said, you
succeed
can
as often
try.
as you guys do.
You at
And
least still
let
have a
me-
chance, surprisingly, with such a low strength score. It should be like no chance to open the doors.
Let me just hop over and make sure that I'm about to show you guys the right room. Let's see. And yes, I am. All right. When the door opens, you see an ogre sitting at a table, lovingly polishing a bastard sword. He's dressed in fine black chainmail and wears a black hood with eye holes like an executioner's mask. He looks up and smiles and welcomes you in and says, "You must be the new mercenaries, then. Do come in, sit down, and I'll tell you all about your duties. I'm sure you've heard the great tumult. These orcs and such like hobgoblins, they get to fighting quite a bit, old son. So, please do come in. We'll have some wine and some cheese, and we'll discuss your duties."
I'm going
To whom do we
point-
have the
Go ahead.
pleasure of speaking?
I'm sorry, there was a little crosstalk. So what were you?
Go,
were you
go
saying?
ahead. Go ahead. You lead. I was just going to kill this man, but you want to talk to him.
Okay.
For a second.
All right.
And to whom do we have the pleasure of speaking? What are your duties?
Begging your pardon, sir, you are quite correct. I should have introduced myself. My name, round these here parts, is the Executioner. And he kind of gestures at his outfit and says, "You look like a clever lad. I bet you don't have to wonder why. Now do, come in. Come in. We have much to discuss. There's rebels about, troublemakers, and I need you to understand the import of your duties."
Well, indeed. Before I have a seat, though, I would like to be certain that I would be capable of taking up such a task. Who are these troublemakers you speak of?
Oh, well, it is told that there are a band of spies or rebels who have broken into the stockade and are causing trouble for the hobgoblins. Now, how about a bit of tucker? No sense in discussing this over an empty stomach. He picks up a knife, cuts off a wedge of cheese, pours a cup of wine, and proceeds to set places for all of you can see.
How about a dose of meeting your maker instead? For you have met the rebels.
Okay, he's not at all surprised by that. So he is.
I mean, at that point, I would have just offered him a job to join us. I mean, you stop. Like, but yeah, I'll charge him.
I was
Okay.
thinking we'd go in there and just try to
Okay.
sneak around but no more
We'll
surprising.
leave you with him.
You can't charge. There's a table between you and him, so you can't charge him. So it's just going to be a. Do you want to try and move in around the table to get around him? Those of you who
I
wish to attack.
don't have
him.
a choice.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
We could have asked him what those gray things are. Damn it.
All right.
Could have
so-
pretended until we just surprised him.
Okay.
Got to give him a fighting chance.
That'll get you killed.
It is the honorable thing
right.
to do.
He has
So-
a fighting chance. Everybody's going to miss.
Dirk's
Well,
attacking.
this
Is Lady Morwen rushing in and attacking?
No, she was getting ready to try to parlay and sneak
Right.
around, and she's not going to go toe to toe with this thing. So they can rush in, and she'll get in where she can.
I can't hold person in ogre.
Yeah, no, ogres are up on the monster.
You can, in
side.
theory, sleep in ogre, but this one's probably has levels.
All right. So Dirk's going in, Circumference is going in, is Snake going in?
Is there enough room for him to fight in there?
Yes, the room is as you see it. It is 20 by 30.
He'll move up and grab a piece of cheese along the way.
Okay. He'll wedge himself into the room. Oh, I cracked me up. It was a Gouda joke, wasn't it?
No, not really.
Well, at least I didn't take up too much time with it. It was a brief joke.
That was so cheesy. Just so cheesy. Good God.
Hey, if you could Swiss places with me, you'd make the same jokes.
Now, if we could only American our way out of here.
This is what makes him the cheddar, does it?
There you go. I don't know. I haven't seen any tonight. So. All right.
Hey, stop!
But this is a fixed encounter, not a wandering monster.
Oh no! Oh,
Someone super chat him quick.
All right. I lost track of where we were.
I've already enough of this.
Oh! Okay, how about circumference is going to move in, snake's going to move in, grabbing a slice of cheese. How about Marius Easel?
yeah, I'm staying out of there. If I need to, I'll stand in the back watching. If I need to try to sleep the jerk, but
So Dr. Termagit says that your jokes are great.
Oh,
These are great.
I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah, I've got to.
Duran's going
Go
to look
ahead.
down that corridor we haven't explored yet to keep an eye out there.
Well, okay, that's fine. These puns were great, these puns were okay, but I'm sure the audience is not fondue of them anymore. So let's roll initiative.
let's not press it any further.
Yeah, roll initiative, please, if you would, circumference.
Sure thing. Let me get back to my web.
I got a
page
2.
here. Whoops, wrong. Wait, was that? No, it was this. Damn it. Sorry, this is where my blindness is. There it is. Okay.
No, that's okay, bro.
And then here, and then there. And
Okay, so party goes first. I will put minis in the room. All right, so
And there will be minis in a room.
Dirk has moved in. Snake.
It's no fun when he keeps his headset on.
Sorry.
So he can hear us.
yeah,
Right.
no, we can't quite heckle him when he's not paying attention. Well, I mean, we can heckle him when
yeah.
he's paying attention, but that's pretty different.
All right, so the rest of the party is covering the door. All right, the ogre says, "Right, I'm gonna gut you lot." He grabs that sword and he is striking at the raised sword. I'm sorry. Go
I would
ahead.
like to jump up and down and scream, "Hit me first!"
Okay.
Try me first.
Well, he is. Let's see.
I'm AC
He has a-
-3 against him.
Target-rich environment. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is actually going against Durek.
Well, Derek, I tried.
Durek, he brings his sword down against yours. The quillons are actually hooked outwards. He grabs, twists, and yanks your sword out of your hand and sends it flying. And then on the rebound, on the backhand with it, he smashes you with a pommel for 4 points of damage. Flip, bam, crack.
That's how you'll make the fight fair.
All right, so that ends the round. You guys rushed in. He smashed Durek when Durek came up. So I'm guessing everybody's going to melee him at this point, right?
Yep.
Marius
Okay.
is not meleeing him.
Well, yeah, and Lady Morwen's over there cheering the party on, I'm sure.
She's looking out for weird hissing monstery things, and then
Okay.
looking back and just head on a swivel.
All right. This, by the way, this ogre is bellowing in Orcish. Rush in, you dogs! They're here. Kill the rebels now. I can do the voice if you guys want to hear the voice, but I'll leave it up to you.
Of course, we want to hear the voice.
Okay. They're here, you fools! Get in here! The rebels are here! All right, let's... so, melees are happening. Let's roll initiative. And how about it? How about you roll it, if you would, please, Circumference?
Sure. I'm going to yell at Darren to get off his ass and silence him.
Okay.
5.
All right, it is initiative tie. He is wielding a bastard sword, which I think is going to be slower than long swords. So let's start with Durek. I can't hear you, bud, if you're talking. There,
Yes. Anyways, I have a footman's mace now, being that my longsword was taken.
Oh, okay. All right. So, your footman. Right. I think you're still faster than a bastard sword.
I don't think so, but
okay. All right. Well, we can come back to you. Then, Circumference. You've been dying to gank this guy.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
The 4 bonuses.
Nice.
That'll hit.
That will hit. He is a large target.
He is, and I don't get any kind of damage bonus against them, but I still do D12 plus 4, so this will be spicy.
This is going to sting.
Yes,
and that stings the most. Yeah, you get a lovely spray of head cheese when you drive that into his torso. All right. So he is going to, let's see. I'm sorry. Snake, do your thing.
13 total. An AC of 3. I think I hit it.
13 AC of 3. He is, that will hit him.
And large. I only do 3 points of damage.
Okay. He grimaces and he is, let's see, did I already attack with him? I don't think so.
He's purple and blobby. Is that what you said? Something about grimace?
Let's see, 11, 12, 13. He is, no, Jimmy, we had a rather ridiculous combat in the orc, half orc officer's quarters. You missed it. It was silly. Sometimes this game's moves are plotted out by the invisible hand of, Rob Reiner and the Princess Bride. And then sometimes they're plotted out by the invisible hand of Jackie Chan in everything. All right. So that was 12, 13, 14. And he is effectively fighting at, let's see, 14. That will miss Durek. He does miss Durek. Is in the new round, is Duran dropping a silence spell?
Yes, it's 5 segments.
All right. So in the new round, Duran will be casting silence. I'm guessing melee is for everyone else. Marius is watching out.
Yes.
And
I apologize.
You have your mace attack. You have your mace attack. That was right.
Yes,
it came
sir.
at the end of the round.
Yep.
Roll that before we roll any other dice. Sorry. All right, it will miss.
I should have added a +1 to it, but it still misses.
It's an 8, yeah. All right, so those all miss, and now Lady Morwen's staying out of this, correct?
Oh, I want to just move to protect the. I'm assuming the casters are out here with me.
Yes.
So since he was screaming for backup, she's gonna move to the other side of them so that she's guarding them from whatever might come down the hallway.
Understood. Okay. Let's roll initiative, and we'll go back. I think it's Kevin. It's your turn, please. For
Okay.
D6.
Nice. My turn to fail.
Oh,
Close.
All right.
so close.
Rears back and strikes directly at you, Derek, and misses completely.
You're only good when you attack by surprise, knave.
Okay. Counterattacks, all of you guys.
Let's see. 13 plus 3 is 16. That's AC
Yeah,
below 1.
that definitely hits. That is a miss from Derek, and that is a hit for Snake. So let's do circumference first.
10
So
damage.
6 plus 4 is 10. He falls to his knee and then levers himself back up just in time to die. He falls to a knee, looks up, starts to push himself up, and then Snake's sword severs his head, and he collapses dead to the floor. 2, 3,
nice.
4, and you all go deaf.
Yep.
Silence.
He still sounded that alarm. Oh, well.
I will point out that in the ensuing couple of minutes, nothing comes, and those of you outside the room do not hear anything coming. So,
I'll get those outside. Yes.
all right. So he is dead. There is a jug of wine, some goblets, and some cheese. Snake. The cheese is plainly tangy. It's actually I check that. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's certainly acceptable.
He'll have some of the wine. Do we want to look at that
Standard
sword of
standard
his?
fare.
He did something fancy with that sword. Snake wants to check out the sword.
Okay, so it, for all practical purposes, seems to be a plain bastard sword, except it has 2 curving hooks on the hilt's crosspiece. But that is that is just about it. It has on the pommel, flecked with a little bit of blood, I should point out, fresh blood. The pommel is in the shape of an open mouth and fang-toothed skull. So it looks like with a blow, you could hook and disarm someone and then bash them with it. With practice, you'd have to be proficient in a bastard sword, you think, to use it. And I don't know if Snake is proficient with bastard sword. Just
Not sure
letting you
either,
know.
but Snake is going to grab it.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. Maybe he'll want to learn.
Okay. The only other thing in the room you note is there is a large composite bow and a quiver of arrows hanging over the bed.
Are composite bows their own separate proficiency?
No. It's basically, if you can use a bow, you can use a composite bow, but you know, it is large. It's definitely larger than a short bow, but not your full English yew bow. Like this probably would have been a standard bow in this ogre's hands.
I don't know. Can Snake use a bow? Is he proficient? Or I think he has crossbow, doesn't he?
Yes,
Yes,
he does have
yes,
He has
crossbow.
crossbow. What about you, Derek?
I use not such basic and noble weapons.
I'll take it then. I can
Okay.
use it.
All right.
Well, barring I have exceptional strength, so I guess that would help compensate. But
yes, I mean, it has a mighty pull on it, and with your strength, what are you? 18 what?
I'm 1865, so I have +2, +3.
Yeah, you can pull it, but you're thinking a non-exceptional strength could probably not. And are you proficient in bow?
I'm proficient in short bow specifically, but
Okay. Yeah, this I would say would fall under longbow, so you'll be able to use it. You can use it principally just at a
have-
-2 or a -3. I can't remember what
I
the.
do have
minus
one
4.
slot free. I kept one free in reserve in case.
Okay, well, if you want to add a large composite bow
That's fine.
right now and claim that, you certainly can.
That's fine.
And you may add your strength damage bonus when using this type of bow.
Excellent.
So yeah, you could run up on some kobolds and say, "Hey, line up for me." Twang.
I presume it still does. It just does a D6.
Yes, it will do a D6 plus your strength bonus.
Okay.
So you're doing what, like 8?
That'll be D6 plus 3. Yeah. So
yeah. So you're 4 to 9, 4 to 9 with a bow. That's pretty intense, man.
If I had a dexterity score, that would have helped. Yes, it would be. But I'll take it.
So yeah. Alrighty, gents. So what do and where to? Nothing comes looking for you after this thing hollers for help. You have one other room here to explore. It is on the right, just opposite the ogre's room.
Well, nothing came out of there, so that's good.
Yes, and we've probably destroyed all of his other troops.
Snake will try to open that door
Give me an
and fail.
as is tradition for Snake.
So Snake will do it again
Goodness.
and succeed.
All right, Snake, you force the door, and this is kind of strange. So there's silver and copper coins scattered on the floor here. There's tipped over clay cups, wine spilled everywhere, tied up in ropes, including one through his mouth. In one corner of the room is a halfling. In the other corner of the room, chained up against a staple that's been driven in the wall, there is a badger that is growling and jumping up and down, and it turns and growls and jumps up and down, looking at you guys. It looks very angry.
You might say it's hopping mad.
It is hopping mad, just so.
Question, Bill.
Yes.
Does this bow count as a composite longbow or short bow? I'm just looking at ranges and weight.
Composite longbow.
Okay, thank you. Ooh, but can I use it in the dungeon?
Yeah, you can always use longbow in the dungeon.
I've been told otherwise before, so thank you.
Yeah. In a dungeon, as long, I mean, this bow is almost as tall as you are. So, like, if a human was using it, the roof would have to be at least 10 feet tall.
6, 12, 21. Got it.
If you're using it, the ceiling would have to be at least 5 feet tall for you to be able to get the arc on it.
You don't arc arrows. You fire them point blank into their slits.
Well, be that as it may. So yeah, there's spilled beer and wine all over the floor here. Some coin, and the badger and the halfling who has wide eyes. There's also a club laying in the middle of the floor. And the badger is secured by, like I said, a chain around its neck. Its back legs are tied together.
Snake just backs away.
Yeah, we
Both
can
my
let
pay
the
grade
halfling-
guys.
Approach the halfling.
Okay. You approach the halfling.
Yeah, I regard him carefully. I want to look him over real good.
Like detect evil, kind of looking him over real good.
Well, that would be fine, but initially I was primarily concerned with appearance.
Okay.
Does he look like he's been through the junk?
Yeah, he's wearing ragged clothes, knees and elbows blown out. He's got scratches on his arms and hands. He's got a couple of places dirty rags tied up around obvious suffocating injuries, and he's thin, which for a halfling is not not a good sign at all.
Yeah. What about the
I'm sorry, you broke up about the what?
He's in stasis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Dooms?
Yeah.
Okay, you broke up a little bit. You were asking about something.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know why I broke up, but yeah, I was wondering about the look on his face, basically.
A fear.
Right. I'll go ahead and untie the gag.
Okay. Please tell me you're not you're not one of the slave masters, please. If you are, just slay me. Just please don't make me fight the badger anymore.
Because
No,
this
we
badger
are
is not
masters
yours.
of the slave masters.
No, good dwarf. No, master knight.
I'm just gonna stab the badger while you talk.
Okay, yeah, dispatching the badger is not a problem. It's effectively held by the
So
chain.
they had you fighting him as sport.
There were goblins and the little ruddy skinned dog things. They grabbed me out of the car a week ago, and they said they had a special task for me, that I was to clear out their gardens or some such. And I asked them, "Oh, what do you have a badger to flush out?" And they just laughed and jeered, and I've been beaten and kicked and treated horribly. And then tonight they dragged me in here, and they said if I lived, I could be in their tribe. The goblins did, and the oh, I can't even think of it anymore. But if you give me a blade, sir, I will stand with you. I will help you fight my way out of here.
I'm gonna give him some of the cheese and some of the water and some rations and some things first.
Yeah, that food is disappearing as fast as you can hand it to him. Damien asked, "Do I happen to know what weapons are available for the paladin class? Most excepting poison. Most, if not all, accepting poison. If you're talking about proficiencies, they begin with 3, and they gain 1 every 2 levels. But if somebody wants to check me out on that.
No, that's true. And
Every 3 levels.
Yeah, and -2 non-proficiency penalty.
Yep.
Yes, it's not like if you're a paladin and you have to use a weapon you're not proficient with, but it happens to be a +2 weapon, you're fine. Doesn't really get deep into the weeds until like magic user illusionist. They suffer greatly for trying to pick up a weapon they're not proficient with.
-5.
Yeah, it's bad for them. All right, so yeah, if you guys free him from his bonds, he is very grateful to you. And offers his help. He says they put a filthy sack over my head and dragged me around this place, and they'd stop and laugh as they spun me round and round. I don't know if we're deep in the earth or high atop a castle wall.
Well, your concern for now is getting out. And what good man is your name?
Oh, my name is Oakleaf. Oakleaf Mushroom.
Very well. Well met. You may use my
Well
dagger.
met to you, sir. He takes it in his hands.
Rather, my short sword. Apologies.
Oh, your short sword. Okay. He says, better than that club. I suspect the goblins actually wanted me to die, but they had put a good amount of coin, and he indicates the scattering on the floor. They put a good amount of coin on my survival, so perhaps not. He kind of tisks when he looks over at the badger. That poor creature. I'm sure it didn't want to try and kill me. They can be vicious, but at any rate. Thank you. Thank you, good lady, for the wine and the cheese. It's quite delicious after the stale, maggoty bread and thin gruel that they brought me and questionable water. Oh. Should you ever accompany me back to my home and Jeff in the Ostwood, I will gladly cook a meal fit for a king. Why I came a-wandering in the East, I will never know. Stay at home, they said, and I thought, no, I must see the wide world. Oh.
Does he look like he actually needs cure light wounds?
No, his injuries are mostly superficial, and the badger was not able to get to him.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say this: if somebody wants to make a note about our halfling fellow,
I shall write this down.
Sure.
I'll add another character to my list.
okay. Well, you got a halfling to play again, Mark. You should be happy about that.
I mean, if we can't bring back Grimsby, why not?
Oak leaf, you said?
Oak leaf mushroom.
Mushroom. Okay, gotcha.
Let's see.
So now we have snake and mushroom.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and there's a badger in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Mushroom,
is.
mushroom.
His stats are he
Snake.
He fights as a 0-level fighting man. He is currently armor class 10 because he's just in cloth. He has 3 hit points and 1 attack for damage by weapon type.
Oh boy.
And he's got a short sword, so.
And he has a short sword. Nordic was asking, where in Greyhawk are we? This particular campaign takes place along the Wild Coast. The party is in an undisclosed location in the Draken's Grab Hills. Alrighty, so what will you guys do?
Well, we're not so far away from those that we just dispatched. Couldn't we find some goblin-y something for him to wear just down the hall?
We haven't killed the
rather
goblins in a
short.
while.
There was a little bit of crosstalk there.
We haven't killed any goblins in a while. It's
Yeah,
all the
it's-
medium-sized stuff.
Yeah. Nordic was asking if I adhere to the RPGA rulings on where people's characters originate from. No, I'm not a part official or unofficial of the RPGA, so I just will grab locations as needed. Because if you look at the population distributions, most kingdoms that are good and lawful will have, are not good and lawful, that are good or neutral at the worst, will have a fair mix of most races. Certainly some minorities, but not enough to say that no, this person could never be from that kingdom. The RPGA said so. Jorge says around the corner there'll be a gorilla throwing barrels. Do 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 do. Okay. So what do we have? 145 people, 146 folks watching. Thank you all
can
very
we
much.
see the terrain again so we have an idea of where we can go?
Sure.
Go around the
absolutely.
corner at
Around
this
the
point.
corner.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so one more corridor.
Let's see. So I don't think the table cam is going to be of any help. It is not. All right. So yes, you guys have this
Just around that corner
here.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Did we check this? Can I check this area for secret doors and compartments?
Absolutely. Let me move some felt back for you guys so you can see a little better.
Sure. I'll roll my d6. That's a 3, which is a well 1 through 3 for detecting stone traps, blocks, pits, and underground. So there's that, and it's 1 through 4 for sliding and shifting corridors, and new construction is 3 and 4, which I didn't check.
Okay. Yeah. So looking around, it seems pretty sturdy construction. You don't really find any sliding panels, any movable stones, swinging stone walls, anything like that.
No hidden archers.
No
Yep.
hidden archers. So, what to do, brave adventurers?
Well, we have to get out of here. We have to
Shall
kill.
proceed.
I guess we'll move on. Yes.
Yes, in our standard marching array.
Mm.
Yep.
All right, I will move the cover here for you guys and show you what you can see.
See if the halfling wants to wear the executioner hood like a giant hood cowl helmet thing that just drapes down.
Doesn't
Eyes
really
wouldn't know.
work for him.
It's an ID.
All right.
The
Okay.
executioner hood's the monster. Executioner hood.
Just give me a moment.
You cut a hole in the top of the hood and you pull it down over his head like a smock. You put his arms through the eye hole.
It's just a big moo
Gets those arms out the eye holes.
Yeah.
Like a little hauberk, like a little midriff hauberk. Hang on, guys.
He'll be Baby Yoda, but less cute.
Oh my gosh.
You know, fun fact, I hide a Baby Yoda in my college syllabus. I had a reference to him to see if my students get it. If they get it, they get extra credit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It also is a great way to... I bury it in the legal text in the syllabus, so you really have to read it.
Nice. I like to do that for trainees too. I'll put stuff in there and just to see if anybody's
What you
paying
get.
attention.
Yeah.
I used to do that in the proposal documentation until they decided not to actually edit it and turned it in with my comments.
Oh,
It did not go well.
They put the fun in camp, did they?
Yeah.
I do have to share this. IT white papers age like strawberries. So if unless somebody has been in the business for a long time and in very specific areas of IT security and that sort of thing, you've probably never read anything I've written, but I did write quite a few for Don McVitie when he was doing that work, and I would so frequently, and I know for a fact he let it pass because I would see the final published papers that would go to websites and document resources. I put a lot of high Gygaxian in my IT white papers. A lot of perforce, a lot of a lot of verisimilitude. I could never quite figure out how to fit Dwemercraft. I think I may have put it in there once. But yes, somewhere out there, moldering on a hard drive, circa 2017, discussing the importance of cloud-based backup solutions. You can find a white paper by me that is just chock-a-block full of high Gygaxian and other ones I wrote. Anyway, sorry, got to get back.
Nice. See, back then you could makeshift weapons out of old stuff like that. Take some freaking IDE cables and get around a SCSI drive. Man, that'd make a great flail.
I remember a friend of mine when he was living in Baltimore. He lived in the city. Somebody tried to carjack him late at night, and he was a HEMA guy like me, and he just pulled a battle axe out of his back seat and went, "Do you really want to do that, bud?"
Yeah, we would do that with SCA, and we would walk into places, and we never had any trouble off-site. But when you go into 7-Eleven in armor, you're all in full kit. You're in there, it's like, oh gosh, yeah, wherever our supply run, we're running out of ice or whatever, and people are going, "What's going on?"
You're making the normies uncomfortable.
Exactly.
It's the picture of Viggo Mortensen for when he's buying his coffee in while dressed as Aragorn, because they wouldn't let you out of costume when you left set. It's just like that, and it's awesome. It really it feels that way.
There is a video by the stoner metal band Red Fang called Prehistoric, for the song Prehistoric Dog, that is that exact premise. And if you guys have never seen it, first of all, the song just kicks ass. Like, without the video, you can put that song on and just drive your eardrums 6 feet into your head. It is really great. The video is top keck. I do recommend Prehistoric Dog. Prehistoric Dog by Red Fang, and it is Doom knows the song I'm talking about too. It is just it is something special.
Okay. And the game falls to a halt as everybody gets on YouTube.
Yeah, all my players go on YouTube to watch it.
This is a real play. This is what happens at AD&D, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly. But we'll get to that later. Hey, maybe Red Fang will come.
Your 140 viewers all leave.
Yeah, exactly.
They all just went on to Red Fang. I like it. It's hilarious.
So,
I remember this.
Moving down the hall. That's not a great camera angle, but I will point out, at this point, there is a right-hand turn, and I neglected to put them here. There's a flight of stairs here that goes up. Flight of stairs that go up. Now, you guys know that there is a central watch tower second story because you saw it when you were dashing in earlier. So you have a flight of stairs here that goes up, and you have the turn to the right there. So you guys tell me which way you wish to go.
Right first, then stairs.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Already more
Watch
table.
the stairs.
You all know much better than I do.
The stairs are a nemesis.
His T-shirt reminds me I gotta watch more of the Stranger Things. Get caught up.
There's a new season out.
I think so. I don't know.
I live under a rock, literally. So
Yeah, I'm thoroughly unplugged as well.
I haven't watched the news in something like standard TV news in something like 6 years. And
Good.
My mental health is so much better for it.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. We've been off of it for a long time. I'm completely unplugged.
It feels so good.
It does.
That is a door leading to a very large fog of a war area.
Yep.
Ew.
This is
That
where
is
it
correct.
makes me wish I had enough spells to prep something like Bless, but I used all of mine healing party members, and my prayer was spent feeding slaves because we didn't want to leave.
And I will also point out, just real quick, because the question came up, Stranger Things 5 is not out yet. I think that's next summer, which they need to hurry up because Millie Bobby Brown plays like a 12-year-old, and she's pushing mid-20s. So
Yeah.
What was the movie she was just in with the dragon? Did anybody else see that?
no.
Not yet.
I gotta look. You haven't seen it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know the one you're talking about. Okay,
It was
so
good.
gentlemen, door in front of you, down a short passageway. What will you do, adventurers? What will you do?
I don't know.
Go
Should I
through it.
open it? Okay.
Open it.
I mean, listening is,
Here we go.
Try to
Uh-oh,
open it
quiet.
like a normal person.
hey,
Wait.
that
Nope. Just missed. Try again. No.
Here.
Boom.
Where's
There we
Double
go.
Whale?
I open it.
Boom.
Surprise! Surprise!
God.
Surprise!
I open it.
All right,
Yeah.
you open it.
Maybe we still have the element of surprise.
Like,
Certainly, if they're deaf or asleep.
Maybe they think we went away.
Okay. Hate to do this to you guys, but I want to show you this in its full glory. It has been waiting, I think, 2 months at this point
Oh,
to
no.
be
Oh no!
to be shown. So
Yeah.
hang on a second.
All right,
Let's
we
go back
back up
home
and go
now.
up the stairs.
Yeah, we'll go home now.
If the DM's excited,
I can
Yeah,
always
that's
press
exactly
one
right. We're going to go back to camp.
oh,
This thing has been so conspicuous in the middle of the layout that I've
Yeah.
wanted to see what's behind it forever.
Let's find out how long we can have Bill occupy that space with this diorama.
Well, the problem is, it is a large flat space, which means it's very inviting to my wife's cat and my daughter's cat. So I have come out more mornings and seen like the Fog of War cover dented in, and a cat just lying there smugly looking at me like, if you didn't want me here, you should have made a nice, comfy, flat space for me.
Just use the cat as a dragon mini, and that's the dragon
Right?
moved in.
Okay. All right. Let me fix this up real quick, guys.
If they fits, they sits.
that's right.
Cats are
That's not
fluid.
always true. A lot of times they don't fit, but they still sit.
Yeah, they try. They try really hard.
Squish.
I
Yeah.
actually, one of my cats crawled into a partially opened flat of soda cans. I was like,
Yep.
how the hell did you get in there?
Yep.
hmm
I was just house sitting for I had the cats over my house, I guess. I'll put it that way. I was cat sitting. And I collect all of my old medication bottles because I keep telling myself I'm going to use them as candle molds. I don't know why, I just do. And that cat every single time would jump up and proceed to systematically knock all of them over unintentionally. He was doing his best not to, but he'd do it every single time.
He just wanted you to think he wasn't meaning to.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't help the fact that I line them up like dominoes.
Right, right.
It was bent for leather to get up on top of my bookshelves too.
Yeah, I sometimes the cat's nowhere to be found, and we spend hours looking for it, thinking maybe it escaped, but it hides in a hole in a room in the back
Mhm.
behind a chair or something. Like, what the hell are you doing that for?
Yep.
And it's like,
Yep.
oh, you're wasting my time. Thank you.
I gave up on worrying about them. They'll come out to eat.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. And I will zoom in on that because that's a little bit unclear there.
Okay, so we don't see like a cart with like rocket launchers and stuff on it like the last time.
No rocket cart
Okay,
is
great.
facing out at you guys.
Or it's invisible.
Notice though, Bill hasn't taken the felt off the corners though.
Yeah.
That's
I haven't.
concerning.
I have not.
We should stay in this
Um,
hallway.
What is
All right.
it? What?
Oh, wrong one. I was trying to
There
configure
in
the
this
wrong
path
camera.
of Thermopylae, their numbers.
She's trying to see what's in there. What's going on?
All right. So as you bash the door open, that's a very cromulent zoom. Let me describe this room to you, folks. And I hope everyone out there watching, you're still watching and you're still enjoying. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications. It's super helpful. Carpe Diem over on Twitter says, this is fun. Good job, gents. Gordon Geller spy them while playing Knucklebones. They discuss what are the characters feeling, sensing. I wonder what their individual motivations are. Then smoke some halfling pipe weed and smile. Well, that's certainly a mood. Sorry I missed that earlier there. That was a few minutes ago. All right, so So you open the door. As you open the door, you hear a shouted command. The room appears to be a huge kitchen, over 50 feet long and wide and 40 feet tall. About the room are piles of crates and kegs, as well as several tables and cabinets. In the center of the room is a large fire pit, the fire in it licking at the charred head of a giant lizard hanging down into the fire by a chain from the ceiling. A 7-foot-tall black man in black plate mail is poking and turning the roasting lizard with a two-handed sword. He turns to face the door as you enter, and you see that his helm has no eye holes. At a table in the east end of the room sit 3 barbaric-looking men, all bristly bearded with coarse red hair. They have mugs of beer in their left hands and smilingly lift hand axes off the table and begin to hurl them at you down the hall. He shouts another command and steps behind an enormous wine cask that you guys can see there. Let's see. So, gentlefolk, let's get some declarations. What is Durek doing?
Okay, so does that wine cask preclude me charging this individual?
It is, yes, it is between you and he.
Right. Well, I'm going to close to melee with that guy, trying to avoid the eventuality where he rolls that cask.
Okay. Lady Morwen, what will you do?
She's going to carefully advance, going in there sort of with the fighters, but there's axes being thrown, so she's sort of, not timid, but just sort of like, holy crap, but here we go.
Okay. How about Snake and Duran? What are you doing respectively?
Snake is going to move in and to the corner, use his crossbow against the axe guys.
Okay.
And can you tell me the range for Duran to the big guy?
Duran
Is it
to
60
the big
feet?
Duran to the big guy, yeah, it's 60 feet.
Fantastic. Duran is casting Hold Person.
Okay. Let's see. And how about circumference?
I suppose my argument to just close the door and let them close with us would fall on deaf ears. So I will cast Hold Person on the 3 with axes.
Okay. And finally, Marius Easel.
Yeah, it was going to be fireball, but now we're going to have to do web.
Fireball.
Don't you hate when fighters just rush in?
Well, yeah, it's not going to go off until after they're in there. So
It's all right.
Yeah, and standing in this hallway, that giant cask is coming straight at us, like a juggernaut. So if you want to get bowled over while you're casting your spell, go for it.
Okay.
I'm using web on the guy, not on the 3 guys.
You might be able to get both.
That's fine.
You might be able to go from wall to wall.
All right, let's roll initiative, and we're just going to start at the top to make this easy. We're going Dooms, Graf, Mark, Thane, and Kevin is how we're going in initiative. And I don't know that we're going to get through all this combat tonight, but thank God I can finally show you guys the middle. So let's go ahead and jump into it right away. And Dooms, roll initiative. Got a 3. Hey, it's perfectly average. Okay. He boots the cask as hard as he can. I need, let's see. Okay. Let me get a rod, staff, or wand roll for our front 3. A saving throw. We'll start with Dooms. And God's favor is upon you, so you may add to your saving throw. And I keep covering up chat, and folks, I promise I'm not ignoring you. That will not succeed. Next up would be Snake.
Rod, staff, wand.
Yes.
Okay. That
will
failed.
not succeed.
Damn it. Wow.
And last but not least,
Nope.
that will not succeed. So the cask rolls down the hall. Bashes into the front ranks. Snake, you will take 6 points of damage. This one is on Durek. Durek, you will take 2 points of damage. And finally, Circumference will take 2 points of damage. Your hold person spell is spoilt.
So it doesn't matter to them in the second rank.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You were in the second rank. So you are not struck by the barrel. You do not take 2 points of damage. However, Durek, you and a snake are stunned and unable to act in this round. So it bashes into you. The three brutes over here hurl hand axes at the front rank of the party, and so we're going to do they really difficult for them to hit from this range. So first one is going at Durek. I saw the 16, thought I had a chance. That will miss. Next one is going at Snake. That is a hit.
Yes, it is.
Fuck.
A most palpable hit.
4 points of damage on Snake.
Ouchie.
Wow.
Fuck. And finally, what even is that? I can't see that on screen.
17.
17 with range bonuses, though it will miss. It goes flying over. So, Mark, you said who was going to the corner to
Snake was going to move up so he could shoot the guys with the axes.
Oh, okay, but he's stunned now. So
yeah.
All right, so that finishes their attacks.
How about those hold persons?
Those hold persons spells. You are holding the fellows over here, correct?
I'm holding those three, and then you said Duran's holding
the big guy.
The big guy, right? So he's going to be saving at penalty.
Yeah.
Okay. I will make his save first.
-2 because I focus on one person.
Correct. Okay. He continues to laugh and move.
Crap.
All right, and the other three, I need to see. I need to just check on them.
Mark
okay.
The spell for me here.
All right, so this is a standard save. First one does not make it. Second one makes it. Third one makes it. Okay, so one
through 3.
All right. One is held. The others are not. So let's see. He has kicked the cask towards you.
He no longer has cover.
He does not have cover. Let's see. Oh, web spell. Your web spell stretches across the room. Unfortunately, it touches the fire and burns away.
Drat.
Wow.
So, all right. So you guys have a clear path to him. He's laughing. He shifts his sword back and forth and looks at you with that blank helmet and says, "Rush in and die, dogs." And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. So we finally have the big. This is where, if I were a rich man, first I would still run this channel, but here's where I would pay Universal Music Group a ton of money so I could play the theme song from The Kitchen from Conan the Barbarian. Because wouldn't this be the perfect place for it?
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank all of my wonderful players for joining us tonight, and everybody in our audience. So please, everybody, show your appreciation to Doomsword as Jurek, to Graph Paper Architect as Lady Morwen, to Mark, who's wearing not 2 but 3 hats now because he got a halfling, running Snake and Duran. We have, of course, Circumference, played excellently by Thane Kyle, aka D and Disability. Please subscribe to his channel. Oh, also Graph Paper Architect. He has a channel too. Show him some love. And last and definitely not least, love you to pieces, Kevin. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my audience for being here tonight. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, Kyle will be with us. I will update everyone on the availability of Kyle. I do want to apologize profusely to Blues Traveler. I'm sorry we didn't have enough time for you guys tonight. Maybe next one. But I really appreciated everybody. So be good to each other. I will see you all tomorrow night. This group of players will see you all next week. And until then, look, don't go kicking in the doors of any dangerous owlbears. Peace. Good night.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me